The book of Joshua is a key text in the Hebrew Bible, detailing the story of the Israelites' conquest of Canaan under Joshua's leadership. Before we start, we'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoy our video, please hit the like button. This will help us reach more people and create content for you. Now let's get started with today's video. Book of Joshua Audio Bible Overview and Structure. The book of Joshua is traditionally divided into four main sections. Entering the land, chapters 1 to 5, conquering the land, chapters 6 to 12, dividing the land, chapters 13 to 21, renewing the covenant, chapters 22 to 24, entering the land, chapters 1 to 5, commissioning of Joshua. After Moses' death, Joshua is appointed as the new leader of Israel. God commands Joshua to be strong and courageous, promising to be with him just as he was with Moses. Joshua is instructed to obey the law and lead the people across the Jordan River into the promised land. Spies sent to Jericho. Joshua sends 2 spies to Jericho, where they stay with Rahab, a prostitute. Rahab hides the spies from the king's men and helps them escape, asking for her family's safety in return. The spies agree and report back to Joshua, assuring him of God's support. Crossing the Jordan River. The Israelites miraculously cross the Jordan River, which parts as the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant step into it. This event echoes the crossing of the Red Sea and signifies God's ongoing support. 12 stones are taken from the riverbed and set up as a memorial at Gilgal. Renewing the covenant at Gilgal. Once across the Jordan, Joshua circumcises the new generation of Israelites and they celebrate Passover in the promised land. The manna that had sustained them in the wilderness ceases, as they now eat the produce of Canaan. Conquering the land, chapters 6 to 12, fall of Jericho. God gives Joshua specific instructions for the Battle of Jericho. The Israelites march around the city once daily for 6 days, and 7 times on the 7th day, with the priests blowing trumpets. On the 7th day, the walls of Jericho collapse, and the city is captured. Rahab and her family are spared. Defeat and victory at Ai. The initial attempt to capture Ai fails due to Achan's sin of taking forbidden items from Jericho. After dealing with Achan's sin, which involves his execution, the Israelites successfully conquer Ai. Joshua builds an altar on Mount Ebal and renews the covenant, reading the law to the people. The Gibeonite deception. The Gibeonites deceive the Israelites by pretending to be from a distant land, securing a peace treaty. When their deception is discovered, the Israelites honor the treaty but make the Gibeonites servants. Southern and northern campaigns. Joshua leads the Israelites in a series of military campaigns against southern and northern Canaanite kings. Notably, during the battle at Gibeon, God causes the sun to stand still, prolonging the day so the Israelites can achieve victory. The book lists the defeated kings and their territories. Dividing the land, chapters 13 to 21, Eastern tribes inheritance. The land east of the Jordan is allotted to the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and half of Manasseh. Fulfilling the agreement made during Moses' leadership, Caleb's inheritance and division of western territories. Caleb, one of the original spies, receives Hebron as his inheritance for his faithfulness. The remaining land is divided among the other tribes. Each tribe receives specific territories, with cities designated for the Levites and cities of refuge established. Specific allotments. Joshua details the specific allotments for each tribe, ensuring that every tribe has its inheritance. This process is completed with careful adherence to God's instructions and includes the establishment of Levitical cities and cities of refuge. Renewing the covenant, chapters 22 to 24, return of the eastern tribes. After fulfilling their commitment to help conquer the land, the eastern tribes return to their allotted territories. They build an altar by the Jordan, which initially causes a misunderstanding with the western tribes. The situation is resolved peacefully when the eastern tribes explain the altar as a memorial, not a rival to the central altar. Joshua's farewell addresses. Joshua, now advanced in age, gathers the Israelites and delivers a series of farewell speeches. He reminds them of God's faithfulness and their need to remain obedient to the covenant. Joshua recounts the history of Israel, from Abraham to the present, and renews the covenant at Shechem, challenging the people to serve God alone. Key themes. Obedience to God's commands. A central theme in Joshua is the importance of obedience to God's commands. Joshua's success is directly linked to his adherence to the law given to Moses. The defeat at Ai due to Achan's sin highlights the consequences of disobedience. God's faithfulness and promises. The book emphasizes that God is faithful in fulfilling his promises. The conquest of Canaan and the allocation of the land demonstrate God's commitment to the covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Israelites' victories are attributed to God's direct intervention and support. Covenant and community. Joshua underscores the importance of the covenant between God and Israel. The renewal of the covenant at Mount Ebal and Shechem reinforces the need for the Israelites to remain faithful to God's law. The narrative also highlights the communal aspect of this relationship, with the entire community participating in the covenant ceremonies. Leadership and legacy. Joshua is portrayed as a model leader who faithfully follows God's instructions. His leadership is crucial in guiding the Israelites into the promised land and ensuring the successful division of the land. Joshua's farewell addresses serve to remind the Israelites of their history and the importance of maintaining their covenant with God. Conclusion. The book of Joshua provides a powerful narrative of faith, obedience, and the fulfillment of God's promises. It highlights the critical role of strong, faithful leadership and the importance of communal adherence to divine commandments. Through Joshua's leadership, the Israelites transition from wandering in the wilderness to settling in the promised land, marking a significant chapter in the history of Israel. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you like this video. Thank you.